Welcome and thanks for coming back. Today we have my first experiment with designing snap-together building techniques. I had a mirror on my studio desk for years. I used it to see if anybody was coming into the studio. It's pointed towards the door, and if I see something flash, I know somebody's walking in. It's worked really well, except the little plastic stand that it was on broke recently, which made me think that this would be a good time to practice making snap-together joints and redesign the mirror stand. What we have is a small easel-like stand. I like to design simply and without supports or being too large. As usual, this project started with a drawing. The size of the mirror is taken down, and I've drawn out a few details for the frame and stand. Now that we have a good idea for the basic shapes and have written down all the known dimensions, we can move to Fusion 360. I start by putting a bunch of boxes together. This box represents the mirror, with another box in front of it to represent the back of the frame. This one's going to represent the front of the frame. I'm taking another box just slightly smaller than the front and putting a 45-degree draft on that, and it will cut out the picture frame from the front frame. So here's the first part that is going to make up the male side of the locking clip. I copy another one beside it and add the round sections that's going to be the locking end. Then we duplicate that for all four sides. That works pretty nicely, so we'll combine everything into one component. Okay, now how do we cut out the part from the other piece? What I've done here is to create a set of spacers that will leave enough clearance for the clips to compress, plus a bit of space ahead of the clips to make sure everything goes tight together. These spacers and the clips will be used to remove material from the front frame, creating the holes plus some extra space needed. At this point, I will just turn off the spacers in the design. If you look close, you can see how the spacers leave a little clearance for the part. These are the clips. When I designed them, they were beveled out at the corners just to make them easier to assemble. The bracket that holds the legs to the back piece is screwed on. I put a drop of glue there as well, just to make it easier to assemble. I'm really testing to see if the front part clips together securely to the back part, but in the future I plan to design more parts that clip together. So here's the mirror and the frame all cleaned up and ready to assemble. The mirror has been recessed by its thickness into the front frame. The back frame, which has the snaps, also hides the screws for the leg bracket. Now I'm going to press together the pieces with clamps. Yeah. There. That felt good. Okay. I'm watching the little flanges. I don't want to do this too hard or I'm going to break the mirror. I'll move these around. Okay, that's all the ones that I can reach from this side. Haven't cracked the mirror yet. That's a good sign. This back edge has not been compressed enough yet. I'll just put 3 clamps here along the entire back edge. and the fourth along this edge. This is probably not going to come back apart again, at least not without breaking the mirror. Sometimes you see snap-together designs include little recesses that are clues to where to wedge the part open. I should have used these and fewer snaps if I ever wanted to take this apart. As a first attempt, I'm pleased that this all works. Just one more edge to do. Okay. We are happy. Here's the assembly. We have the bolt going through the leg first. This is going to be a tight fit in the plastic, locking the thread down. Now this piece here is a little bigger and should be a looser fit, and the same for the other leg. On the end goes a flat washer so that the nut doesn't form itself into the plastic. Then on goes the 11/32 nylon lock nut. It only has to have a couple of threads protruding through the locking insert. And here we have the final finished product. Remember, if you'd like to build this project, the 3D printer files are available on Thingiverse. Check the description for links. Thanks for watching. See you next time.